7 years.
Oh.
I mean, just on the radio, didn't understand the TV. And then I go out to Seattle once a year. We have a trading club out there.
Okay.
And then he started talking in class about your book, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy that I listened to in Florida. And then I started watching your TV live, and it's just amazing. I need to become a tigress.
Well, you're already a tigress. See, you've been out there 6 years. See, once you check in to TFNN, you can't check out. It's like Hotel California. It's pretty sick, I know.
And I have some gold I want to try to get over to you, and then I want just really amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good afternoon, Money Masters and Treasure Hunters. Welcome to the Tom O'Brien Show. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom while he is on vacation. He will be a week from today, folks. And for those of you not familiar with me, I kick things off at TFNN each morning at 9 o'clock. I do a show called The Trader's Edge. You can archive that show on Channel 9 on Tiger TV. And if you're listening on the radio, we absolutely appreciate you doing that. You can always, when you get home, you can watch the archive of this show. It'll give you the opportunity to take a look at my charts. I'll absolutely teach you about some patterns that are out there. What is it we're looking at? So you can catch the archive of this show. You'll see that on the homepage at TFNN.com, both Hour 1 and Hour 2. And then on a daily basis, Tom and I also do a show called The Money Masters Show. That show is archived on Channel 10 as well, folks. And I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome is to help you to become a better money master, folks. I'll inspire you, folks, because leading an inspired life, to me, that's what it's all about. So let's go look at one of our tools to lead an inspired life. I call it the tool of leadership out there. Now, a fantastic objective of leadership is to help those who are doing poorly to do well, and help those who are doing well to do even better, folks. And if you share a good idea long enough, and that's what I think we do here at TFNN, each of the contributors here at TFNN, if you share a good idea long enough, it'll eventually fall upon good people. That's each of you out there listening in. That's why we talk about swing points, A to B equals CD patterns. Leaders see things the way they are, not better. And always start with people, with exactly where it is that they're at, folks, and then help to teach them where it is that they can be, folks. When, we talk about technical trading out here, AB equals CD pattern, I'll start with where you're at. You can give me a call at 877-927-6648. I'll help you maybe just find a little something there that you didn't realize was out there, folks. Again, you can give us a call at 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at these markets. Markets today mostly up out there. We had the Dow was the only one that was down. You had the Dow down 9 points. S&P's up 3. It comes up 16. Small caps, Russell 2000 up 10. Small caps leading the charge on the way up a full percentage point, 1.1%. You had the New York Stock Exchange up 30 points. King dollar also up. So you had the King up. King trading out at 81.96, up 21 cents. Gold trading down 5.70, out at 15.98. Silver off 11 pennies, out at 27.49. Light sweet crude down $1.28, out at 83 bucks and change. Overall, Max finish up 79.80. That was running into a resistance area that we're going to take a look at. The FTSE up 70 points, up 1.2%. Over in Asia, the Nikkei very flat last night, down 3 points, but the Nikkei opened up, popped up, and sold down the entire trading session, closing at its lows. You had the Hang Seng up 416 points, up 2%, and basically unchanged over at the Shanghai. So let's go take a look short term where it is that these markets are going. Let's start with the S&P. We've got the S&P cash closed out at 1365.51, up real close to the high of its trading session. The high of its trading session today, 1366.35. Now, it did the work that it needed to do. It needed to get over the B point. Even though it did it on lighter volume, it needed to get over the B point. Now, the B point on the S&P cash is 1363.46. That's the high from June 19th. That's your B point. The A point is the lows put in on the last full moon. That was on June 4th. Why do I say that? Because tomorrow, folks, is also a full moon. Now, where I suspect that the S&P 500 is going to is in the 1406 area. 1406 will complete a 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. It'll also get it into the May 1st swing point. It'll get all the way up. That May 1st swing point, the high is 14.15, the low is 13.95. We'll pay attention to volume, pay attention as to whether that the S&P closes into it. What you're also going to there, if you're watching on Tiger TV, is a longer-term uptrend channel. The S&P got out of that channel back in the middle of May of this year. It is going to try to at least test the bottom of that uptrend channel. So you got a number of things converging in the same place. If we take a look at the Dow out there, the Dow closing out the session day down is moved 12,871 out there. Now, if we do take a look at the Dow over the B point, it did not do that. The high of the B point is June 19th. That's the 12,898.94. It actually got up to 12,902.12. It got up and over, closed back below it. But that's okay. The Dow is going to move up there. The Dow had a big day on Friday, up 270 points. Needed a little bit of a rest out there. And what the Dow is going to do, and test the highs of May 1st. The Dow is on its way up to 13,313.54. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, the target on the NASDAQ, folks, 3,041. The NASDAQ closing out at 29.51. Let's go ahead and pull that chart up here on the screen. The NASDAQ over its B point as well of an A to B equals CD up. That B point also coming in on June the 20th. The high was 29.42.28. 29.51.23 is where that is at. Just as we were taking a look at the S&P 500 coming into this longer-term uptrend channel. In fact, in both the S&P, the NASDAQ, it all starts with that October 4th area. Now, in the long term, that is where the markets want to trade to, but not until it completes its next 5, maybe 3,041 area. At 3,041, in fact, the exact number, let's take a look at this. The exact low, so the NASDAQ here is going to start to give us a signal, actually, right at the lows of May 3rd. That low, 3,016.20. When it gets out there, folks, you know, it's going to be close enough to completing that A to B equals CD. If it can get up above that, what you'll see is you'll see it get into that May 1st area. The lows there, 3,041. And it's also going to try to test the low of that uptrend channel there. Russell 2000 having a big couple of trading sessions here. Russell finishing up 1 2/10% out at 807.9. A to B equals CD on Friday, closing up above its trend line. That's where it's interesting, folks. If you take a look at a trend line here, the trend line that I'm looking at on the Russell 2000 goes back to the March 27th high. Now, a trend line, you just simply start at the top of the bar or top of the candle. The price point out there on the Russell, 847.92. The next area of that trend line happens to be the high from May Day, May 1st, when it was trading out at 830.10. The big push on Friday, folks, the Russell 2000 making a big move, 3%, I believe, and it ran right into where it ran into was resistance. That was that descending tops trend line. What does it do today? Gets up over it, tests a little bit, closes at its session highs, 807.93. Now, I suspect that what we will see is actually the Russell 2000 will take on and take out the May 1st swing point. The May 1st swing point, the 1-to-1 is 817.95. That is 10 points away, folks. I don't think the Russell 2000 is going to have any problem getting up there. More what you're going to see is a 1 to 1.272. That would get to the 834 range. If we just simply take a look at the retracement off of the highs on the Russell 2000 from the high out there of March 27th down to the low on June 4th, the 0.786 area is out at the 822 and change range. So expect it. That's going to be inside May 1st. So expect it to get a little bit of pay attention to the Russell 2000, the S&P, NASDAQ, NYSE as well as things get out there. Folks, it is a July trading day. The markets will be closed. We'll have shows going on tomorrow afternoon, as well as I have taped some very, very special shows for you on July 4th. That is, on the normal. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes, filling in for Tom, and today we're celebrating the anniversary of Mastering Probability, folks. That's my newsletter service. In the last 12 months, we've produced a 31% return, folks. Go over to the homepage at tfnn.com. You can check out that service. Absolutely 30 days, unconditional money-back guarantee, folks. 76648. Give us a call, folks. Love to hear from you. We'll be right back.